Alright, these are my 7 tips for improving in Risk of Rain 2. They're in no particular order, but if you think about these while you're playing, you will 100% improve your runs. Okay, so the first tip I have is target priority. And to put this simply, you need to target the highest threat monsters first. So most of the time, it's going to be your Lesser Wisps, your Brass Trappings, and your Elder Lemurians, but it's really situational, and to really know, what to attack when, you're just gonna have to practice a lot. But these three things, a lot of people don't think about Wisp, but Wisp will just chip you down more and more. So getting those out of the way, like especially during like a boss fight, will you will notice you're like how much more health you have um, throughout the boss fight if compared to if you didn't target them. Okay, so my second tip is boss mechanics and really just learning how to fight each boss is very important. Like, for example, standing under Stone Titan's feet so they don't laser you, or knowing um, when vagrants are going to explode, which is 25% health. Um, just small things like that. You will notice how much more you survive, charging the teleporter by just knowing in and out how the bosses work and how to fight them. Character and their cooldown, and what this really means is just becoming an expert with your character. And you could probably just do this by spamming your character, which might become boring, but it'll really help you extend those runs, and you'll learn just like subconsciously how to play your character and like what to do in every situation. Number 4 is item prioritization, and this really is just knowing what items you need in whatever situation you're in. And this is like if you come to a multi-shop and what item is the highest priority out of those three, or if you find a 3D printer, knowing is it worth printing for whatever item, or if you go to the blue portal, knowing is it worth me uh, printing, exchanging these 3 or 5 items for whatever item you're exchanging for. Just knowing that, like what uh, decision you need to make is huge, and because the later you go, the more your items carry you. Number 5, plain and simple, is always be moving and always be jumping. It is harder for the enemies to hit you if you're moving, and that is why movement items are very important, especially the later you go, because the more enemies spawn. So always moving and always jumping can really the damage mitigation that you get from that is it's more than you think. So, and whenever I first started like doing Monsoon, I died so many times. I did dozens of runs where I wouldn't even get past the first stage, but eventually I just figured it out through trial and error of what the best way to progress through Monsoon is, and now Monsoon's it's not that bad. It's time efficiency. And to put this plain and simple is the enemy's damage and health scale with time, and your scales level. But the more time you take on a stage, the more the enemies will level. So for the first, I'd say 5 stages, you want to get you want to find a perfect medium of getting a good amount of items and a good time. And I would say getting to stage 5 at about 25 minutes is good. Like if you can get to stage 5 in 25 minutes, that is a good time. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do 5 minutes per stage, but if you're, getting to stage 3 at like 20 minutes, then maybe you need to speed up, uh, the first three stages on the next run. So it's a lot more important than you think. Like, don't full clear the first, you know, three or four stages. Once you get to stage 4 or 5, then you can start full clearing. But time is so huge because the better early game you have, the easier the late game will be. And time time is more important early than it is late. What's up, guys? Yeah, this is my first formal video. It was I don't know why it was so hard to record it, but yeah, if you enjoyed it, thanks for watching. Uh, I might make one in the future. That's probably edited better, but this is my first one, so thanks for watching.